Okay, all right. Dan, do you want to lead us in here for a roll?
Yes. Well, thank you, DM, as your other DM. I say we roll for vibes for our first ever episode.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Feel it, Austin. Manifest.
While Matt is here, we go.
Let's go.
That's a nat 20.
7.
Oh, you got a 7?
We're gonna just take the highest. We're gonna take that natural 20.
That's right. We're
there.
rolling with triple advantage. That's why we're here. I got
Exactly.
a 5. So that means that I really couldn't do this today without you guys.
Yes, I'm not only DM. Well, you're DM. I'm VM. DM the VM, the Vibe Master.
The Vibe Master. All right. Thank God, because that ain't me. Underneath you, wheels rattle against a rough woodland road, rarely traveled. Across from you, a man, 25 or so, fiddles anxiously with the button on the sleeve of his peasant shirt, trying to look unbothered by the jolting of the carriage. Tousled, ashy blonde hair falls in front of his pale face as his eyes flick left and right between the two of you. He looks to the elf. Dan, describe what he sees.
So, Pelandriel Straconi, more commonly known as Phil to those around him, is a mountainous behemoth of a dark elf with very pale, grayish purple skin and long, flowing white hair tied up in sort of a half up, half down, sort of like I would only describe it as a samurai sort of bun type thing, just to keep the hair out of his eyes. And he stands about 6'4", 6'5", and about 260 pounds. Very strong, very formidable, and one of the very, very key details of his features is he has one bright red eye and one bright blue eye. No one really knows why. He just has these two different colored eyes.
He looks to the human. Matt, what does he see?
He sees what can best be described as a dumpy little man standing an impressive 5'7". Salt and pepper hair, receding hairline, a little bit of a gut. No facial hair, just clean shaven. Man's name is Gerald Crenshaw, often referred to as Jerry.
He had introduced himself as Everett when you first climbed into the carriage, but since then, not a word. He settled into the jostling of the carriage and nodded off. You had been traveling down this rocky, uneven path for 5 hours before the young man awoke with a start and looked at you sheepishly and is sitting mute and clearly unsure of what to say. And suddenly he breaks the silence. First dates are always so awkward, huh? Welcome to the first episode of Deepest Darkness here on Dream Roll. I am Austin Robert Miller, the GM. I have Matt Staley. How are you, Matt?
Doing well, ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Dan Middleditch, what you got? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I just flew 10 hours overnight, and I'm ready to do this show.
Hell yeah. The campaign that we're about
traveled
to
to make
start.
this even more remote.
Oh, great. This campaign, which we're starting now, is a very unofficial adaptation of a video game which I hold very dearly, Darkest Dungeon by Red Hook Studios. So if you like watching this game, first of all, subscribe because it's going to be a regular thing. Also, there's going to be other miscellaneous stuff that we throw up on this channel when we feel like it, when we have some fun ideas. And tell us how to improve. Leave a comment because we want to make something that is worth watching, and we're new to the YouTube game, so we would love to know your thoughts. And also go play Darkest Dungeon. It's an incredible game. Anything that you want to tell the folks?
Let's just have some fun. Let's see what happens, man. Let's make some fun art while playing a game.
If you insist. Everett says, hey, thank you for agreeing to this. I'll try to provide you with whatever you need once we're there. I'm not really sure what there will be there, but we'll make do, and just know that you're going to be my first priority. And, well, are there any supplies that you might need for your line of work that I wouldn't know about?
If you got anything, I don't know, sharp, pointy, maybe a bludgeoning type weapon, something like that might be a bit of a help. I've got some things, but if you got anything a little better, that'd be great.
Right. I'm sure there's something we can work out. I'll put it on my list. Mr. Crenshaw?
I mean, if you have any health potions or anything like that, that'd be great. Or if you could get your hands on some of those.
Right. All right.
And maybe a nice meal.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, of course. Well, you know, I'm sure that your room and board are going to be covered while you're doing this for us.
I mean, I'd hope so.
Well, naturally, I don't know what else that I will be able to supply, but well, that part that goes without saying.
All right, I can handle that.
I'm nervous.
But,
It's a
what can you tell me about yourself?
About me? Well, I am a cobbler.
right.
Can I do an insight
You
check?
got any?
Yes, of course you can.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, me too. I'll do one too.
First roll of the game.
Yeah. Cobble these nuts. You know what I mean? It's a 7.
I rolled a 22.
There we go. Okay.
Apparently, I'm carrying the rolls in the beginning of the game.
All right. Well, Jerry, it's not so much that you just like blindly believe him. You just can't get a read on him. You don't understand like why he's speaking in this weird way. I think that Phil, the sense that you get more than anything is embarrassment.
Is there anything in that that's embarrassment about being a cobbler? It just to
Well, 22
That's-
is
that's
pretty
what we're
good.
going-
So yeah, I would say that he's clearly not super happy to have to tell you that, you know, the guy who just hired you is a shoemaker.
Hey man, making shoes is that's an honest profession. You know, I wear them. That's great. You know, I think that's really nice of you to do that.
Oh,
That's
sure.
really great.
Sure. Well, thank you. I mean, yeah. It's a bit of a
Now-
departure from what we've got going on now.
I think
What do
that's
you-
kind of the
part-
theme here, though, isn't it?
What's
I mean, I make potatoes.
that? Oh?
This
Yeah,
this
and
fella
I
makes.
I make a
pastries.
mean cobbler. What can I say? Yeah, I can make a mean cobbler. So you know, we are
Oh,
one and the same, I guess.
oh, you two know each other? I'm sorry. I think I missed something.
I'm just gonna look at Jerry. Just like, not necessarily.
Well,
Just a kindred spirit.
Well, I make shoes. But I guess not anymore. I guess now I am. Well, I came into this lordship that I didn't really know that I was in line for. So, it's all a bit of a shock.
Right. Is there anything else you can? You're kind of skirting around everything that's going on. What are we getting ourselves into?
Mr. Hill didn't explain it to you.
He said he was talking about mercenary work. He said that there's a lot of stuff going on, but just spare me the details and just tell me what we got to do.
All right. God. Well, Mr. Hill has been the steward of the estate for a very long time, apparently, and he has informed me that there are some problems that have cropped up there of a violent nature, and so we need violent solutions, and that's where you come in. So I wish I could tell you more, but all I really remember of the estate is that, well, I used to visit occasionally as a young child, and it was always nice when I came to visit. I don't really remember it very strongly. You know, it's just kind of a blur, but we would take visits, you know, the occasional summer. But apparently since then, and it's been some time, since then it's sort of gone downhill, and I truly wish I knew more details. I'm sorry. I've been told that there will be a sort of meeting when I get there, and the people who live on the estate will be able to sort of give me the whole breakdown.
All right.
how long is this journey exactly?
To get to the estate, I think it should be about 8 more hours.
All right.
Yeah.
And
But
I'm just
personally,
gonna,
I haven't slept.
Oh.
So
you read my
might
mind,
be a
Jay.
good idea.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I'm just gonna kick. I'll just kick my feet up and just lay back in whatever sort of semi-reclined fashion we can do in this carriage.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kick my feet on the other side of him.
Great. Great.
He is currently sandwiched by feet.
Yep.
Hope that's okay.
Well, okay.
Is gonna be okay regardless.
My shoes are very old. They do not smell good. My feet do not smell good.
Can I do a Constitution check for stink?
Yeah, of course you can.
Maybe a nature check for fungus.
That's a +0 anyway. Constitution's +2. That's a dirty 20. I survived the stink.
Oh, Dan, you're rolling like crazy today. Everett looks down, Jerry, at your shoes and says, "Hey, what I can't offer you guys in regular payment, I can offer you in shoe repair. If that's
Yeah.
They seem fine to me.
okay. What? Okay,
It's the
They ain't broke, don't fix it.
they're broke.
and you hear a deep sigh through the nostrils of Phil. Just
So you two are gonna try to nod off, huh? Hey, both of you. I'm trying to determine.
Random encounter.
I'm trying to determine how to gauge your ability to fall asleep in a very jerky carriage. So, roll wisdom checks.
ooh, yeah, baby. Ooh, there goes my luck. That's a 10.
If I roll one more 7, it's a 7, but it's +2, so it's a 9.
Hey,
But
I
Alright.
also rolled a 7.
Oh no, guys. All right. Well,
Well, I rolled a 7 +3, so I have a 10.
this is this is not a comfortable way to be spending your early morning. And try as you might, every time your eyes get heavy and you think you're about to fall asleep, the carriage jerks and you bump your head on the side wall. It doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, at least not yet.
is there like an ambient equivalent in this world?
Is there an Ambien? Yeah, I cast Ambien.
That's literally the sleep spell.
Oh wait, yeah, I
And I
absolutely could have cast that if I had prepared it.
I so wish you had it. This carriage ride
Do I?
becomes rougher, not only due to the overgrown nature of the road, but due to the speed of the carriage. You can hear that Mr. Hill, the coachman,
Wait, I do have sleep. It's always prepared. I have always prepared sleep.
is this happening right
but
now?
it's a first level spell, but it's more like a combat flavored thing than it is like just sleep. And that's also, I'm assuming that would be 2 spell slots for the both of us to go to sleep.
It would be, but you could always use it on yourself.
I'm good. I'm good.
We're in this together, brother.
Now, why are you good? Is this for the sake of spell slots? Or do you not want to leave Jerry out?
It's more that I don't want to leave. We're gonna just muscle through this. We are gonna muscle through it.
That's right, as a team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're a
we only
team.
sleep together.
Wait. Wow. Shipping these characters so early on in the game. I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves. Come on.
God.
People love a slow burn, all right? Let's take it easy. Guys, Mr. Hill, up at the front of the carriage, is whipping the horses into a frenzy as they stumble over roots and underbrush. Everett leans his head out the window and calls out, Mr. Hill, perhaps we could slow down a bit? It doesn't seem to make a difference as you are jostling and bouncing off your seats within this carriage. Everett is bracing his hand against the roof to keep himself in place on his bench. And then, in an instant, up is down, down is up. The carriage is hurtling ass over tea kettle, and you along with it. Make dex saves.
Oh, shit.
That's a 19.
It's a 13.
Midway through the air, both of you, during this brief moment of 0 Gs, you orient yourself toward the open window and push off from the opposite side. Both of you split. You tuck and roll through mud and moss, coming to a stop, filthy but safe. You see the carriage in pieces scattered down the road ahead of you. One horse was crushed by the somersaults of the carriage, the other badly injured.
No. Not the horses.
Can I do a perception check to see where Everett and Hill are?
Yes.
I do not perceive them. That is a 10.
Well, it's not so hard because you see Everett heaving himself out of the wreckage of the carriage and flopping down on his back in the middle of the road. And you see Mr. Hill on his hands and knees crawling back. He traveled the farthest in the crash because he was just sitting on top of the carriage. And he is slowly and achingly bringing himself to his feet.
Great. Just to clarify, what time is this?
It's probably near noon now.
Noon. Okay, so it's broad daylight. Okay. Cool.
It is technically broad daylight. However, these woods are dense and intraversible, and the canopy is a tight mesh of foliage. It is at least dim light in this forest.
Okay. I'm just clarifying for dark vision, the dark vision of it all. Cool. I'm gonna rush over. I'm gonna run over to Hill, who's gone the furthest, and I'm gonna help him up.
Oh.
And then on the way back,
Grab. Thank you.
Everett.
My back.
Yeah, don't mention it. And I just kind of just right him, and then walk over to Everett, pick him up too as we pull him out, pull him out of the mud. What the?
Jerry's
what the
a
hell?
little pissed. Jerry's a little pissed.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me why we were driving the horses that fast?
I couldn't
It's not
get
like these are safe roads to be.
I couldn't get a hold of them. I try as I might. I think they were spooked maybe by something.
It might have been because of you were whipping them to hell.
No,
Hey,
no,
Jer.
no. I was doing my damnedest to pull them back.
Hey, guys, shh. And I'm just with that information, like, grab my mace out that was hanging off of my hip, and just kind of clutch it, and just look at Jerry, give him the eye of like, we're not alone, possibly. Get yourself ready. And I would like to do another perception check if we are not alone, if there's something in the woods that could have spooked the horses. And I do have 420 feet of dark vision.
420.
I'm gonna
420,
also
please.
do the same. I'm gonna roll perception as well.
Yeah, both of you do that.
That is a 7 with the bonus.
Ooh.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
That's okay. I rolled an 18.
Jerry,
And with that, too, real quick, I would like to utilize the Eyes of the Night action and give all three of Everett, Mr. Hill, and Jerry the same level of dark vision that I have, so that they can suddenly see the equivalent of 300 additional feet of dark vision for an hour.
Or 20 blaze it.
Jerry, it's like your pupils just go, they just dilate, and so much extra information is being taken in, which is terrific because otherwise, Jerry, you would have had to make that perception check at disadvantage in the dim light. You look around you, you stop, you slow your breathing. First of all, you can see why the carriage shook the way that it did. There is hardly an inch of this road that is not covered by vine or root or shrubbery. And it's only through constant focus that you can make out the remains of the old road. To your left, trees disappear into darkness. To your right, the same. You calm yourself. You don't hear anything. Nothing but the constant sort of hum of very distant life in this forest.
We're safe. For the time being, at least.
All right, I don't trust it. We need to keep moving.
Can I do an animal handling check on the very injured horse to see if it's like savable with a healing spell, or if we need to like take care of business?
Yeah, please do. You walk up to it. It's a very beefy, tall, almost like a what are they called? The Clydesdale. It's like a black Clydesdale. Just panting, laying on the ground. Go up to it, make an animal handling check.
Unfortunately, as a farmer, I've had to put down my share of horses. So they get injured. You know? Sometimes you can't save them. Don't laugh. It's a 7.
I think that maybe you're struggling to find the answer that you're looking for because you have no experience with healing magic. You don't know what the limitations of it are. You know, if you hadn't had that thought of this guy that I'm with does magic, then your instinct would have been that the horse needs to be put down.
I'm watching all.
Bill, I can't quite tell exactly. I don't know much about magic. This horse, can you save this horse?
And I'm just going to walk up to Jer. I'm just going to put my arm on him. It's all right. And I'm going to kneel down to the horse. Look it in the eye. I'm assuming it's laying sideways.
That's right.
And I'm going to stroke it on the side of its face that's facing up. And I'm going to look at it as I gaze deep into its eyes. With everyone else around me, my red eye once again turns blue. And so now I have 2 bright blue eyes as I just... And I will cast Spare the Dying upon this horse, which, if you will allow me, choose a creature within range that has 0 hit points and isn't dead.
Mm-hmm.
The creature becomes stable.
Mm-hmm.
So as I do that, am I able to stabilize the horse in an effort to revive it? And not revive it, but just stabilize it so that I might be able to at least get it up in, like...
You hear internally in the horse some bones snapping into place. You hear a gurgling of organs reconstituting themselves. Just enough that the horse's breath relaxes. But it is still unconscious, unable to get on its feet. It is still at, like you said, it's at 0 hit points.
Then, in that case, am I able to make a medicine check? Oh no, a medicine check would stabilize it.
That's right.
Correct.
That's right.
That's the... Okay. Then I would like to... Just to clarify, there's nothing on... It's not like the card is not on top of the horse, correct?
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay. I would like to make an athletics check to try and right the horse onto its 4 legs.
I think that as you begin that attempt, you feel the dead weight, the limp legs. It is it will require healing in order to wake
All
up.
right.
However, that could mean waiting overnight for healing, or it could mean healing through other means.
Fair enough. I will cast Healing Word on the horse. And that is going to be 2d4 plus 3. All right, where's my d4? 2, 6, 9. If the horse has hit points. 9.
The horse's head shakes, and it sort of jerks a little bit, and then begins to still, painfully stagger upright onto its legs. You see what were once wounds are now scars. A similar sensation to what you've felt on yourself many times.
And I just look at the horse. Once again, stroke the front of its face. Just go, you're all right.
Everett
Alright.
walks up and, joins the two of you and also begins to pet the horse and looks at you, Phil, and says, I think that's going to come in handy down the line.
And then with that, I'm going to pick Everett up and place him on the horse.
Okay. Oh, all right. Thanks.
And then where's the other horse?
Crushed.
Oh, it's dead.
That other horse is long gone.
Okay. Can the horse hold two people? Not me. Not my 260-pound ass.
Yeah, this is like a draft horse. It's very
Okay.
very sturdy, very strong.
Then I'm gonna grab Mr. Hill as well. Just,
Oh.
Put him in front of Everett on the horse so that Mr. Hill has more of the control over the horse.
I haven't been picked up since
What I
I was
gathered, he's-
since I was a child. That was an odd sensation.
Yeah, it's part of it pays to be my size. Can you handle riding this horse without a saddle and with him on your back?
Well, I don't know if my rear end is going to be happy with me later today, but I think it's better than walking. Yes.
All right, let's get this. Let's move. Let's make our way towards the estate.
You begin to slowly traipse through this uneven path. First of all, Jerry, make a nature check.
It's a 5.
Okay. Thank you.
The dice are not happy with me today, and I don't know why.
It's okay.
Now,
We all have bad rolls.
one of you make a survival check.
Should we deliberate?
Take your time, yeah.
The best way I can describe this is I know things about farms, and I know things about the city. I didn't spend much time out here in the wilderness, so if you know things about the wilderness, I'd suppose you'd be the better candidate to.
I've done my fair share of it's part of growing up in my culture that we spend a lot of time outside, and particularly in the forests and all of that. So I'm all right. I could kind of get my way through. And that is an 8.
Oh.
Well,
What's the
not.
what are the rules about switching out your dice set in the middle of a game? Is that worse juju?
That's a good question. You know, me personally, I'm of the opinion that right now you're getting out all of your bad rolls.
Yeah, let's commit.
But there are,
This
there's
is what-
other schools of thought, okay? There's the school of thought that says that you really ought to invest in a dice jail to put your naughty dice in, to put them in timeout. I don't have it with me, but my buddy gave me a tiny, it's this size, it's a little wooden chair, and on the back of the chair it says timeout. And you put your bad die in the timeout chair, and there's an even smaller little 3D printed dunce cap that you set on top of the die. And this is not a scientific observation, okay? This is not a rigorous experiment. They learned their lesson.
Noted.
So,
Maybe we.
what's your take?
In
Are you
lieu of that,
switching
maybe-
out? You switching out your dice?
You could always
No.
try gentle parenting.
You could. That's very in fashion.
Yes, gentle parenting your dice.
Here's the thing about these dice, though. They gave me my stats for this character, which are stupid. So they've been nice. They're just having a bad day.
That's
Maybe they just
okay.
need
That's okay.
a rest, not a timeout, but a rest.
Yes. Oh, that's
A short
that's
rest.
very sweet. And you know what? Jerry is also not having a great day. So it all tracks. It all tracks to me.
Sliding them away for now. Just
Okay.
giving them a rest.
Bye-bye, bad dice.
Bye-bye.
Take a nap.
I'm gonna commit to mine.
All right. Hey, how long does the shared dark vision last?
An hour.
Yeah. Then it has faded after a considerable amount of time trudging. Every once in a while, you notice that you are walking at a slight diagonal from the road because it's so hard to make out with all this growth. And if you had walked any farther, the road would not be in your line of sight anymore, and you course correct, and you continue down this way.
As their dark vision fades, I'm gonna just cast 3 orbs of dancing light that just kind of float around us.
Terrific. Both of you, what's your passive perception?
15.
14.
Oh, terrific, both of you.
Ooh yeah.
A rotting, fallen log partially obstructs what remains of the path forward. Just beyond this log, you hear the rustle of movement in the underbrush. It's not the movement of a rodent or a bird, it's something larger. As you listen closely, you notice that the rustling is accompanied by whispers. And it's whispers from more than one voice. You can't quite make out what they're saying yet.
I'm gonna do the mom arm. Stop, everyone. You hear that, Jer?
Jer hears it too.
I hear it. I hear it.
And with that, I'm going to cut all of the dancing, all of the little light orbs
Terrific.
into darkness. With my dark vision, can I see them pretty clearly? What they are, or do I?
You can see the brush moving. You can't see what is causing the movement. And
Okay.
you hear whispers.
Everett Hill, you stay back. Jer, come on. Let's move forward.
It's to my advantage to hide if anything went sour.
Okay, you go. They're straight ahead. The rustling is straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Jer, you go to the right. I'm gonna walk straight. You may not be able to see things. I'll keep an eye out. If something happens, you know my little lights? I'll turn them on, okay? That'll be the signal.
What does the terrain look like on either side of the road?
It is, mechanically speaking, it's difficult terrain.
Okay.
And I think that informs, what you're up against. It's just very, it's you got a high step to get over all of this plant life. But that also means there is ample opportunity to hide.
Okay. So it would be difficult for me to traverse a side of the road along with Phil.
Yeah, it would be slow going to move parallel to the road. You're right.
Okay. Then I'd like to keep by Phil, but pretty close to the brush.
Yeah.
So that if I needed to, I could pop in.
Do you want to make a stealth check now?
Yeah. With this other set of dice.
Come on, new dice.
And that's a nat 20.
Oh.
Plus 7, so that's 27.
I think you made the right decision here.
It did too. I'm just hoping the other set doesn't get mad at me.
Well, maybe the other set of dice will learn a lesson from this.
Maybe
Can I also-
they should have worked a little harder.
Can I also make a stealth check?
Yes. Are you wearing chain mail or a chain shirt?
I was gonna say I am at disadvantage.
Okay.
With that.
You go for it
So
anyway.
with that, let me grab my second D20. I don't want to roll twice. I'm just gonna see what happens if this. There we go. That's gonna be the lowest because that's the one that's going to jail. Ooh, a 17 and a 12. All right, a 14 is my lowest score.
Oh, let's see here. That's a toss-up. Okay.
Should I roll a third time?
You sense no change in the activity ahead of you, which is leading you to believe that they didn't notice your approach. As you get closer, you start to hear voices speaking in common. Curfew's coming up soon, innit? There's still time, love. Let's head back. I don't want to get chewed out. Oh, tease. We've been out here all day, ain't we? They continue on in this way.
I look at Phil and I go,
And you just see this, like, the smuggest, like, joyful sneer come across Phil's face. And I just, out loud, and I just go, oh, you can't hear, oh, it's muted, and I can't whistle that loud, otherwise it's going to be really, really loud. It's just, let me see if I can do it a little quieter, just no, it's not even picking up.
Nope. I guess that answers
Hold on.
that. We are,
That's wild.
folks. We're still learning the limitations of the noise-canceling qualities of these mics, and it just makes for the most awkward moments.
So I'm just going to make, better yet then, in that case, because apparently we can't whistle, I'm just going to go, woohoo. A 6 foot, mind you, again, 6'5", 260-pound dark elf, like full drow, formidable thing going, woohoo.
You see a figure pop up out of the underbrush and call out, "Who's that?" You see that it's a maybe 40-something-year-old man, receding hairline. His hair's all brushed back. He's wearing leathers, and he has an oddly bold green sash tied around his waist. And that's all he says. "Who's that?"
Oh, hi. Sorry, I seem to have I found myself. Seem to have found myself lost in these woods. Do you know where I can find some shelter? And who are you?
It's a bit foolish to be wandering about in King Kelly's forest, wouldn't you say?
And why would that be?
If you're asking that question, then you really are in over your head.
Seems to be. I don't think I'm in over my head, and I just tower over him. So tell me, what do I need to be worried about?
How's about you empty your pockets there and turn right back around where you come from?
Without even a second thought, I just smack him across the face with my mace.
Let's all transition over to
You're gonna
our dear friends at Quest Portal. Not a sponsor, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Just a friend.
Unless.
Okay. Hey,
Does
everybody, roll initiative.
Ooh, here we go. Does mine count as a surprise attack?
No, he's ready to go.
A sucker punch with my mace. All right, I'll roll the hit. Oh no, roll initiative first. Sorry.
Yeah.
Act.
Bakakta. That is. It's plus your dex, right?
There is a initiative bonus separate near the top of the page, but it's probably just your dex mod.
Oh, it is your dex. Yeah, it's. So I rolled a 13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Jer.
So I rolled a 7, but plus 3, so it's a 10. These 7s need to get off of my goddamn back.
Yeah. And what did Phil get again?
That is it was a 13.
13. It's gonna go Phil, this guy, Jer. Let's switch the audience over to map view here so they can get an idea of what we are seeing. Okay.
Well, hey there, everybody.
Oh, look at that. Fancy.
Look at my dumpy boy.
Dumpy fella.
I hope that you like my Hero Forge Dumpy Boy artistry.
I love it.
Great little dumpy boy.
Phil,
Dumpy guy.
Phil, you see, first of all, you see that he has a shield sort of relaxed at his side, and you see him reaching for his axe on his hip, but not in time to avoid your hit. Roll to attack.
Roll to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Ooh, that is a... that is a 17.
Oh. He's going to use his reaction. His reaction is Splinter Shield. He raises up his shield in an instant, boosting his AC by 4, causing the attack to miss, but it slams down on the shield and snaps it, and it clatters into pieces on the ground, and now he loses his his AC boost from his shield. So that attack misses, and now he's shieldless.
You disrespectful son of a bitch! And can I also use that as a free action to do an intimidation check?
If you're not going to use your action to do a check, then I'm just going to make you do it passive.
Oh, passive intimidation.
Yeah.
That would be... I don't have a passive intimidation.
Well, sure. It's just 10 plus your intimidation.
Oh, that 13. Excuse me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. The shield splinters. He sort of shakes his left arm as the shockwave just like rattles through him, and he says, "Disrespect you." Well, he's gonna show you what disrespect means. He's gonna swing his hand axe off of his hip and slash up at you. Get a 9 to hit. He's going to use up exploit opening and re-roll to get a 17 to hit you. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
Nice. Oh, okay. Okay.
Can I grab his wrist?
Yes. You grab his
To
wrist
stop
before
it.
it reaches you and just fling it out of the way. Stumbles back a little bit. Jer. Clearly, it's going down. But you were prepared for this. What are you doing?
So over difficult terrain, that's halved movement.
That's right.
Okay. I would like to try to move into range. So that would be 1, 2, 3.
That was a halvesies right there.
Yeah. And I use sneak attack and throw my dagger.
Yes, most definitely.
Use it ranged.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just rolling for a hit. Oh, babies. Oh, that's an 11.
Oh, even without his shield, that still misses. And the dagger tumbles between Phil and this guy, and he traces the trajectory of the dagger with his eyes, and then looks off into the woods to the side of the road, searching for you. But he can't look long because he's got somebody right in front of him that he has to focus on.
As he looks back to look for where the knife came from, I go, "Oh, no, you don't." And I swing again.
Well, maybe you do in a moment.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. I thought it was only 3 of us. My bad.
Because
I have rolled, and I will claim that.
this woman who was doing a good job of hiding in this underbrush reaches up to you with a garrote and loops it around your head. Let's see. Gets a 19.
Ooh, that does.
She literally leaves her feet. She leaps up, puts her arms around your head, and then yanks down as she lands. You take 5 points of damage.
Oh, right off the top.
First of all,
Ooh, wait, hold on a second. Just a quick hold question.
okay.
Because we can cut this out. My last hit point situation before we left session -1 was 4. Will we back up to max?
No, you guys did not rest before you left.
Yet. So I am downed.
Okay. Okay. So you are unconscious. You are grappled. And make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a nat 1. Are you kidding me? Are we about to watch Phil die in the first episode?
Okay. You are currently being strangled, which means you have in you a number of rounds equal to 1 plus your Constitution modifier, which is
2.
you've got 3 rounds before the next round. You take 2 death saving throws automatically.
Because I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, she's got the garrote tight around your neck, even as you're laying on the ground. And she is holding it there, hoping to put you down for good.
And I'm fully incapacitated, like fully unconscious, can't yell, can't do anything.
You are at 0 hit points. You are unconscious.
Okay.
Hey, it's your turn. Make a death saving throw.
It is my turn again. Oh, 17, thank God.
1 success. The male, he looks to the side. He's going to... Oh, should he really spend his action to make a perception check? That feels like a waste, but also he needs to find out where that dagger came from, so he's gonna make a perception check. That's a fail. He's scanning the tree line, and he even approaches just a ways, stepping just ever so slightly away from Phil. But Jerry, you can tell that he has not spotted you. What are you doing?
I mean, I have to end this strangulation situation. So I would like to move. No, don't get bigger. Just move.
I would like to enlarge.
I'm gonna go here.
Mm-hmm.
He is not facing me, correct?
That's correct.
So, can I? If I hit this, I can get a sneak attack out of this.
This would not be sneak attack, no. You need either...
Okay.
Oh, no, except you're still hidden from her. So you do have advantage. Yes, it's a sneak attack.
And advantage.
That's right.
Don't let me down, baby. Okay. I mean, that would be a 22 to hit, but if I'm rolling with advantage, let's see if I get a nat 20 on the second.
Please do.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
Okay.
But
You wanna use lucky?
It's a 22.
How many uses of luck do you have left for prolonged rest?
I have one left.
And a long rest
So it
is
sort of
5
feels
days.
like maybe
so.
this isn't the time.
Yep. You're
Okay.
gonna hit. You're gonna hit. What are you hitting her
And
with?
this has
Short?
to be-
Are you doing short sword, dagger, what?
It has to be the short sword because the dagger is currently on the ground somewhere.
So you sneak up behind her. She sees her own shadow as suddenly a blue glow emanates from behind her, but she does not turn around in time to avoid getting slashed from behind. Do the damage, including sneak attack.
Okay, so 4 as the base plus 5, so 9 damage to her right now.
That's real good. That's real good. However, she is holding on tight. That strangulation is not over yet. But she's clearly bleeding profusely. But she's going to rely on her. She's going to rely on her lover boy to take care of you while she finishes off Phil. Anything else that you're going to do?
Possibly. So no, I've thrown the dagger that I was holding, so it wouldn't make sense to draw like a plain old regular dagger. That would be another action. Right?
Remind me what feats you have right now. Do you have two weapon
I do not
fighting?
have cunning action.
Do you have 2 weapon fighting?
Yes. Yes.
That means that you could have drawn that extra dagger for free. That would not have taken an action. So you can do a offhand attack.
Okay. Then I would like to do that with just a plain regular dagger.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So that's gonna be. Let's roll to hit that. This does not gain sneak attack. Correct?
Nor advantage.
Okay. Oh, it's a 9.
I'm sorry. That's a no-go. This gentleman
It's okay.
creeps up to you, axe in hand, lofts it high above his head, and brings it down. Rolls terribly, uses his 2nd out of 3 exploit opening. Gets a 22.
Holy shit.
3 points of damage.
Okay. I'm not dead.
Okay. Beep bop. Womp womp womp.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I
kill on episode 1. This is gonna be crazy.
I don't think I did that in order.
What?
By the way. The woman continues to hold the stranglehold. Excuse me, not Jer. It's Phil's turn to make a death saving throw.
It is a 7.
Okay.
Not the 7.
Oh my god.
1 success
Kidding me.
and 1 failure. That means if you are not unstrangled in 2 more rounds, you'll gain the 2 failed death saving throws, and you will be dead.
Lights out.
Jerry, don't die.
So that was Phil's turn. That was Phil's death saving throw. Then the man made his attack with the axe, which means now, Jerry, it's your turn. What are you going to do? Because you are equidistant to both the one strangling Phil and the one attacking you. And the woman has one large gash through her back by your moonlit short sword.
I think I have to try to finish her off.
Okay. Now,
I think I have to try
now you won't.
because I can't do this fight alone.
That's right. You won't get sneak attack. However, what's your max damage that you can roll for the short sword?
That would be 9.
And then plus a dagger attack if you get lucky too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This could clinch it, so let's find out.
You mean if I roll max on everything?
I'm not telling.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Is this okay? Could be the first ever, at least in my time playing this game, total party kill on the first session. Or I succeed. Okay. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Did you use luck for that? Did you have to?
I did not. I rolled an 18 base with +5.
Fantastic. Okay.
I'm hanging on to that luck until the wheels fall off, baby.
Damn right. Okay. Roll your damage for it. There's no sneak attack.
Okay. That is 8 damage. To 5 plus 3. How I'm going to...
Wait. Wait.
Okay.
She looks down, and jutting through her sternum is the tip of a blue glowing short sword. And as it withdraws, a fountain of blood gurgles forth as her grip on the garrote loosens and she wavers and slumps down onto the ground.
And for flavor, I have stabbed like straight and then turned as I come out. As a big ol' hole.
Okay. What else do you want to do?
Then I'm going to use my second weapon to try to slice at the throat. Because this is, right hand is sword, left hand is dagger. So I've done this, pulled out, and I'm going to try to, like, slice at the gentleman.
Awesome.
Should I call him a gentleman? The fella. With the dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we might be using luck, baby.
We're using luck. We're using lucky. 'Cause I'm not telling you what just happened. It was not a nat 1.
Okay.
It was, however, a 7. Is a 16 hit.
A 16 hits.
So, gonna go ahead and roll a d4. The 3 plus 3, 6 damage total to the gentleman.
Oh, that's kind of you. That's a great start for him. First of all, there's a little red cross on her because she is down for the count. That is the end of your turn. She's going to make a death saving throw. Okay. Phil is going to make a death saving throw.
Sorry, I'm shook. Enemies are getting death saves?
Guys, that's a natural one. No.
Blood is seeping from the spot where this metal wire digging through Phil's throat. He coughs up blood for a moment. Eyes open briefly, bleary. Your eyes land on Jerry. In this moment, what is Phil thinking?
He has the moment of his entire life flashing before his eyes. 100 years of happiness and heartache and fighting for a cause that he didn't even really care about, to being shunned by everyone he met when he came to the human world and trying to assimilate, down to the point of even trying to sound like a human, to shirk everything of this destiny that he had, to meeting the woman he'd fallen in love with, a woman that he thought he would spend the rest of his life with. And all he sees as the light begins to dim further and further from his eyes, he just sees the silhouette of Genevieve, and he fades. And in that last fleeting moment of life, he reaches into his pocket, pulls out the letter, goes to just reach it to Jerry, as both of his eyes are bright blue, and he slumps over, and you just see a single tear streaming down his face as he fades into nothingness.
The blue of his two eyes, as he goes cold, fades into a muted, matte burgundy red. Jenny always wished that you would not take this one last job. Every job was one last job. maybe Jenny was right. Phil's spirit walking under a sky entirely occupied by a giant, warm blue light of a full moon. Jerry, this man flings his axe down to the ground, rushes to the woman, putting his hand on her. He says, wait, please, just let me save her.
Fuck no. Where are we at in the turns?
It's your turn.
Okay. I'm just rolling to hit.
He is prone on the ground next to her, which means you have advantage.
I have advantage. Great, because that would have been a 4. Doesn't work out for me. Let's go with that. Okay, that's a 19 plus 5 for the moon touched short sword. 24 to hit. So 5 damage on the first hit. Now I'm gonna...
He's still barely up.
I can keep going?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you
And I'm gonna try
you
to like...
add sneak attack because you have advantage?
Did not. So that's a 10 total for the first attack.
That's enough. He's there, he's kneeling on the ground, and he's begging for the chance to stabilize this woman. What are you doing?
I'm going for the kill. I'm ending this. I'm ending him, and I've got plans for after.
You step over to him, and you place the blade on his throat, right at the hilt, and you slide it all the way to the tip. And he slumps over, cradling this woman. Go ahead.
I'm going to turn him over onto his back. I'm going to put the short sword up to his heart. Plunge it down. And I'm going to walk over to her. Y'all, my heart is racing right now. I'm going to take her fucking head. So, I'm I'm gonna pull her up by the scalp and give one of those.
One clean move. So that was the first episode of Deepest Darkness. Here on Dream Roll. We are going to we're going to continue to talk about this game in a post game chat that we're going to upload separately, probably on Patreon. Let me get through some outro material before we begin to process. First of all, thank you guys for watching. Thank you.
Process.
Thank you, Dan.
This is going to take years to process.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Matt. Who do we want to call out? Music and sound effects are by Pocket Bard, which is an amazing app. Who else do we want to sponsor us someday? I made the map using Incarnate. Quest Portal for map sharing. Discord. OBS for recording. CapCut for editing. Matt Colville's Flea Mortals for stat blocks, which clearly pack a punch. Everybody go play Darkest Dungeon. This game isn't gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
See you shortly.
Oh my god.
Goodbye, guys.